Hello there, General Kenobi. And today, welcome to our new channel.
First episode
of the new channel. We're going to be reacting. We're not reacting. We're going to be reviewing. Ranting. About Kenobi. We need to talk about Kenobi, guys. Kenobi... It's definitely a show, would you say?
It's a show. It exists. Disney made it on Disney Plus as a Disney Plus original.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. And now it's Star Wars canon to them. So.
Yeah, but didn't they come up with a novel? What happened to the novel where like Obi-Wan fights a crate dragon?
So that's not canon?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it just wasn't cool enough.
Wasn't cool enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So
okay.
they decided to go with this.
Yeah, but
instead.
we're gonna get into this and we're gonna see how much better the show is than the actual book, because the book was trash. Everyone knows the book was trash.
Come on now, our favorite character.
We gotta pick a camera.
Kenobi.
We have two cameras set up.
We have two cameras.
Okay, we have this one, and then we have that one, and then we also have our mic recording. So we're recording on three things.
Why are you stroking the microphone?
ASMR. I don't know. Sheesh. Also, I don't know. We're not plugged into anything.
Oh yeah, this is.
This
fake.
is just because we're Joe Roganing over here.
Yeah.
Apparently, because that's what all the podcasts do. Also, hats off. This is my first.
Delicious cold brew.
Cold brew. I hate coffee, by the way.
You love coffee. He
I
loves
can
this
smell
so
it.
much. This is his favorite part of the episode.
I can't drink it. It's so sweet. I'm like, wait, hold on. I didn't even actually drink it. I like touched my tongue. Wow.
Very good. Black calf, guys, as it's known in the Star Wars universe. Black calf.
Pickled Snoke would taste better.
Snoke?
So this
also
is...
sponsor us. We don't have sponsors.
Who are
So
you
give me money.
Who are you even talking to?
That one right there. I'm talking to this person.
Oh yeah.
Right there. They need to sponsor us.
Okay. They do.
Because then we can give merch out.
Merch?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thinking ahead, future.
Merch is a thing that we totally have currently.
Yes, we have merch, totally. And you can totally buy it right now.
I thought it tastes better the second time. It doesn't.
It does.
I'm regretting I
taste
didn't.
better the second time.
Didn't I just tell you before? I said I'm gonna need a palate cleanser. Well, I think that's a good segue. We need to cleanse our palates from Obi-Wan, but to do that first, we need to remember and relish the show.
Yes.
As we experienced it. Yeah, we had a plan, but that's just out the window.
Yeah, let's get rid of
I was gonna
plans.
have a timer, but we started recording, and screw it, we're doing it.
We don't need plans.
So Kenobi episode 1.
Yes, we open in on Order 66.
Mm-hmm.
There's a woman Jedi fighting her way through with a bunch of the Padawan.
Well, only one Padawan really matters, and her name is Reva. She's the best ever. I think she's better than Rey.
So we actually learned this later on in the show.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Apparently we weren't supposed to know that. Yeah.
Spoiler warning.
So that's why we even have that whole scene.
As opposed to the alien Padawan? Oh, yes. That's right. Disney doesn't do aliens anymore. Yeah.
What are aliens again?
Anyway, we are getting far off the rails.
Yes. Okay.
So Order 66 scene happens. I like it. I think we need more of it.
It looked really cool, honestly, and the clone troopers...
Only issue, the clone troopers did look like they were like fan-made. Like the armor's fan-made. And if that's the case, I mean, that's cool. But it looked too new. You know what I mean? Like 501st.
It didn't look like...
You see 501st troopers also is a different shade of blue.
It was a different shade of blue. It definitely was. And not only that, I just feel like, I don't know, did they never like see action? Because it doesn't look worn.
Yeah, maybe they're shinies.
Maybe they're shinies during Order 66.
And this isn't going to be an entirely like chronological breakdown of every single thing.
No,
we're just
really
jumping into the things that we don't like. We will also be saying some things that we do like.
There were some things.
But they were very few.
Few and far between.
So, Inquisitors arrive on Tatooine, and everyone acts like this is a regular thing that happens. Except for one lady, apparently, because she gets her hands stinking chopped off. Disney finally did that.
They
finally have dismemberment
when else
in the show. They didn't have dismemberment even in Mandalorian. They didn't have real dismemberment. They had it off screen. Remember the guy that the Quarren in that door goes. He was like.
I feel like if any of them did, it'd be Rogue One. But of course, Reva's the one that does it.
Yeah, Reva's the one that does it, but like
she's a bit of a hothead, and you kind of learn that throughout the whole series, and it's a trait that not a lot of people like, and I mean, it's pretty obvious why.
She was literally just Kylo Ren. She was a reskin of Kylo Ren, but like they're like, all right, so we can't have her be just the reskin of Kylo Ren. She's got to be more angry.
Yeah, she's got to be super angry.
She was more angry than Kylo Ren.
I mean,
and then when it was time for her to be serious, she was like,
I will say that her acting seemed a little off in the first few episodes, but I did think that she improved through like episode 5. But in the end, it really just doesn't really come full circle. It doesn't. Her character is kind of just there to move the show along, and she doesn't seem like a full character. She really seems
the Reva and Leia show.
It is, that's why I was so upset about her character being very two-dimensional, because she's really a main focus of this show. She's leading the show.
Now, after we've watched the finale, it seems that she might be getting her own spin-off series.
Yeah, I truly thought that before this series was going to air, they're talking about this character. She's new. I thought she was going to die off in, like, a heroic way. She was going to, like, save Obi-Wan.
But even that was a
something.
stretch.
But she's not dead.
It was against her character. All right, so let's just keep moving along here. They're in this cantina thing, and there was the Grand Inquisitor there. And for some reason, he has like a wide Putin head, he's so wide.
They didn't use prosthetics at all.
They didn't.
But then again, we've only really seen him animated.
But that's not an excuse, because we see Utapau. There's 2 species that live on Utapau, and one of them is the Inquisitor species. And we see in Revenge of the Sith, Obi-Wan actually is face to face with one of the Pawn leaders there, and his face is narrow and tall.
True.
They're gaunt, and they're supposed to have really.
But I mean, we all know that the Clone Wars
devilish
don't look
teeth
exact to the.
No, because if they had.
But I mean, Cad Bane was done well in live action, so I don't see why they wouldn't have.
You think he was done well?
His design is what I'm talking about.
He was too light blue.
Oh, not the color. I'm talking about the actual prosthetics, because that's not CGI. That was full prosthetic work. Yeah. And I feel like that was really well done, and I don't see why they couldn't have.
The voice acting was
effort.
good. Voice acting was good.
Yeah.
They just wasted the character. Anyway, this is not Boba Fett.
Yeah, I'm not talking about Boba Fett. But like, what I'm trying to get at is that
this is a ramble rant.
Yeah.
Apparently.
But Grand Inquisitor's design could have been a lot better in live action, because they at least tried with Cad Bane to get his.
He had really long shoulder pads. He
did.
It's funny.
He felt like he came straight out of the 80s. It was very strange.
But I actually like him though in the show, because you tend to like all the Inquisitors, even the ones that don't talk.
Yeah.
Over Reva.
And that's sadly just because I don't know. The actress just wasn't pulling her weight in the first few episodes.
We're not even gonna. It's not even just the actress. We're not gonna blame it just on her. It's the writers. The writing was the show. Really bad. The main reason the show was bad was the writing. Mm-hmm. That's it.
It's very.
But we're gonna get into some of that writing.
Every character is written by a 9-year-old that had a fan theory about these characters one night, and wrote a little journal.
One of the writers admitted that they didn't watch Revenge of the Sith.
Oh, okay, so there's a big disconnect.
Yeah. Also, I'm not completely sure, but I'm pretty sure the guy who played the Grand Inquisitor didn't. Or maybe he did, I don't know. But I don't think he watched Rebels, I'm not sure. But even if he didn't, he did a good job. Yeah. So let's get into the story a little bit, because we barely started.
Who else is there with them in the cantina?
Fifth brother. Or is it 10th? I don't know. Well, it doesn't matter. He dies in Rebels.
There's a brother there.
He's a brother. Anyway, so his design was not good though. I didn't like his design, but I liked the guy, the actor, like the guy who actually played him.
I understand that Disney really wants to diversify things, but he does not look like him, and so I think it's just a bad casting choice.
No, it's they don't do aliens well anymore.
Exactly.
Like George Lucas, when for all the faults of the prequels of all the CGI, at least he went to the trouble of doing aliens.
Of making aliens, yeah, exactly.
The galaxy, they want it to be they say like Star Wars, they're tweeting out stuff like they want diversity and stuff. Well, then have more aliens too. Like the galaxy's not just full of humans. That might be one of the main populations.
I feel like we haven't even had like a main character recently that's an alien. We've had Grogu and Ahsoka.
But like
that's it.
But she's already established. And then Grogu's just a
like
non-character because he's practically just an object that occasionally influences the story occasionly. Like
yeah, exactly. And to be honest, not to hate on The Mandalorian because I think it's probably the most
it's the best
Star Wars
one.
show right now.
It's the best one.
But like he really is like doing nothing the whole time. Even when he uses the Force, it's to save Mando in some situations, and it just feels kind of repetitive.
And it is. Speaking of repetitive, we need to move the story along so we can talk about Leia. Because we gotta get to the Leia part.
Okay, so they find a Jedi in the cantina, and he's like, oh, blah, 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 and he gets away somehow.
Let's talk about the Grand Inquisitor grandstanding. That's the part I liked. I liked, like, the Jedi code is like an itch. He cannot help but scratch.
Exactly.
So, he was going to uncover this Jedi guy just by basically putting the fear into everyone else, and then the Jedi's not going to be as afraid as a normal person.
Threatening the normal people,
and then
he's like, oh,
and Reva just shows her character instantly. She's impatient. She is rageful constantly. She doesn't think rationally, so she picks up a knife and throws it at the bartender guy, and then it stops right in front, like not even 2 inches, like almost hits him in the head, and it's the Jedi guy or whatever, and then there's kind of a chase, and he escapes because
lots of parkour.
He escaped. Yeah, parkour over tables. Hardcore parkour. Anyway, gets away. His name is Nari.
Yes.
Nari. Not to be confused with Naare from Freemaker Adventures.
Or Naruto.
Yeah, no, we don't talk about him right here.
Oh. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. I didn't mean to do that.
That's like a curse word.
Oh yeah. I'm very sorry.
Welcome to Star Wars AS. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
All right. So, then
he
gets away. Then I think we cut to Obi-Wan. And he's packing meat. But if Obi-Wan, I will give him credit for that. If Obi-Wan was going to blend in, he would want to have a regular job that would not stick out.
Yeah, and then he's stealing from them.
So, yeah, he literally is stealing.
It doesn't go anywhere, but I just.
But it's okay because his foreman, his boss is meanie to him.
Oh yeah, his boss.
But it's okay to steal.
So it's okay to steal.
Yeah, it's whatever. Anyway.
And then he goes to look at Luke, right?
He goes through his whole daily routine. He'll watch over Luke. But, like, watching over Luke is not, like, what it was in the book. It's just he peeks in on him while he's home. And then he's like, he's not dead, so, yeah. Then he goes about his life. Good. He barters with a Jawa.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't laugh.
Did he buy back stuff?
Oh, yeah, the Jawa stole his parts, and then
he didn't buy it back, though, did he?
I think he did. I'm not sure.
Did he actually?
I don't think it's that important, honestly. Didn't move the story forward at all.
There's a lot of unimportant things happening in the first episode. It's very much just like
in the whole series,
it kind of feels pointless.
Yeah. Anyway, we're just gonna keep moving because we need to start fast tracking to the interesting stuff. So we gotta go see Alderaan, which is nice.
Very nice.
We got to see Bail Organa. What's the thing? And so it is. That guy that says that line. I know that everyone watching this probably doesn't know what that is.
That's okay.
All 2 people that are watching this.
He's a general.
Is he? No, he's not. He's a senator. I think he was just a senator.
He's involved with politics.
Yeah, politicians. Whatever.
And
he's a politician and not
a daughter now.
He's a politician and not to be trusted.
It's not their daughter.
Oh yeah, we see Leia.
Drop dead.
The A word. Not adopted.
And I feel like she kind of knows, right? She knows.
No, she knows she's not.
She knows.
She knows she's adopted. So this girl, I actually looked her up. Her name is like Vivian something.
How old is she?
I think. She's 9. So she's playing 9. Leia. Leia's supposed to be 10. But this 9-year-old girl looks like she's 5. Like, I'm not even kidding.
Really does.
We're not going to hate on a child. Because it's not, like, she can't help the way she looks. I'm just saying, like, but the casting people.
Notoriously, child actors aren't the best anyways. There's been a handful of really
good
the
kid that played Anakin in episode 1 was a little bit cringy at times.
Yeah,
but,
exactly.
But I think he's grown over the years, so she might grow on people. But she was kind of annoying.
Yeah, she's a brat. And, like, I get that in, like, A New Hope. Leia's
no.
Like,
I love Leia in
cool.
the OT. She's cool.
Yeah, exactly. And Leia,
and in the books,
she's not like a normal princess, and that's kind of the point of her character. But
she's not really a princess after A New Hope.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway,
the planet's gone. Anyways.
Spoilers!
Spoiler alert!
Spoilers if you're just watching this now.
If you haven't watched original Star Wars, I think that's kind of on you.
It is.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're gonna keep moving. So she's on the planet. She's
a brat. She says some stuff to her cousin.
Yeah, her cousin's being mean.
And then her mom's like, back. "Oh, what the heck's wrong with you?" And she's like, "Okay, bye. I don't care about you."
So she has this thing. She likes to go run and be free in the forest
with her little droid.
With her droid that
Lola.
Lola, yeah, and it looks like a tiny frisbee. It's like this big. Frisbee. Anyway, I don't like that.
It's
droid.
Like a little UFO.
So she's going in the forest or whatever, okay? And I think is that the end of episode 1, where she gets
she's not
captured?
Yet, is she?
No, she gets.
She goes in once and then she does it again.
Oh yeah, and then she comes back and then she talks to her father, Bail Organa. Yep. He does this nice. It actually was nice. It was like, a nice moment of just like talking to her.
The actor's
and
great.
saying like someday, you'll be doing what I do, and all this stuff. Which honestly, I don't understand why she's even named Princess Leia. I think her mom maybe is royalty. Why is she a princess if he's a senator?
Anyways, she's a princess right now. She's a little princess brat, and she's spoiled, and her dad is trying to talk to her. And then
doesn't listen to him at all.
Yeah, the mom's like, "Oh, did you get through to her?" And he's like, maybe, I thought so, but I guess
he's
not."
Like, "I think she'll be fine," basically. And she's like, "Not fine." She's like, "I'm not listening." She takes all that and she just runs in the forest again. Meanwhile,
runs.
Watching from the tree line,
there's thugs.
But one of them is Flea from Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh my gosh, this guy legit looks.
He looks like a homeless man on crack.
He looks like a homeless man.
He does.
He really does.
He's like, well.
I'm like, okay, this guy does not belong on.
I'm pretty sure someone like him has asked me for money at a gas station before.
I was like, I don't think a little girl's safe around this type of guy. That's the type of guy he is.
Yeah. Oh. I didn't even think of that, but yeah. Yeah, he just looks like a real creepy dude.
Yeah, not good, man.
Anyway, so these thugs, he's waiting under this tree that she likes to climb, I guess. And then she's running all the way up. He's here, she's here. She comes up to him, and then she just stops, and she's staring at him. She's like,
I haven't seen you around.
Yeah, what are you doing here? And then he's like, waiting. She's like, waiting for what? He's like, you. And all of a sudden there's two other no. There's 2 other people. So he's here, she's here, and then they're literally circling her from all around. She runs away, but like slow. But like really slow.
It's a child.
It's a child running away from adults. But she runs away but slow, and then they wait there. And then they're like, and then they run.
They're like, let's give her a head start. It's a child, you know?
It's a child, yeah, we can do it. And so then the most ridiculous chase scene breaks out. And the people are purposely, you can see that they're actually starting to run fast, and then they slow down because they're like, oh no,
this is a branch. I can't
they run into, like, their eyes don't work until they run into things, and then they're like, oh, there's a branch there. Darn, I'm gonna go.
I'm gonna go the other way.
And then there was this, like, she was getting caught up by one person, and then they break off because they're like, there was this one guy. So then she starts hearing the guard guy starts hearing like noise and stuff, like screaming or whatever, And so he's like running to go save her, and he's actually kind of has like the eggshell helmet or whatever from Rebel Troopers, because I think that's Alderanian type thing. Anyway, he just gets shot instantly.
Yeah, no help.
I think he's the most underrated character. He could have stopped the whole thing from happening.
He's such a good guard. He actually heard things happen.
Yeah.
Was that coffee taste in your mouth?
No, that was actually a scab.
Anywho,
Riley is gonna be our editor, by the way. So
good for him.
Good for him.
Good for him.
Good for him. Anyway,
I'm not paying him.
We said we're paying him.
Yeah, he said we're paying him.
Not 100. I don't think so. Anyway, back to your irregularly scheduled program.
Irregularly scheduled.
Yes, exactly. So she gets captured.
Janky ship.
And then
like this is Firefly style ship. It's like
I didn't even remember the ship.
It's like redneck ship. It's really bad.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. I didn't pay attention to the ship because it was weeks ago
janky.
When I saw it. Then Bale's all like calling out to Obi-Wan through like a hall. Oh no! He goes to Tatooine.
He goes
to Tatooine and meets him in his cave.
In his cave,
in his man cave.
Whoa.
Anyway, and then he's like, "Oh, help me! I'm useless, Obi-Wan. I'm not the man I was. I need you to do stuff because reasons."
You were like a Jedi. You're super cool.
And then he's like, "What about like Ewan McGregor is like, what about the boy? He needs to be betrayed."
And he's like, "Forget about the boy. Forget about him."
Oh yeah, because Owen Lars got interrogated, but that went nowhere by Reva. Like she just instantly suspected him that he knew where a Jedi was for some reason. But anyway,
and he's like,
it led nowhere. It literally led nowhere.
Went nowhere.
Yeah. Anyway.
So they don't. Yeah, because this show's better now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it's so much better. So much better. All right, so Obi-Wan leaves the planet. He goes. Where does he go? He goes to this one place. No, it's like a nightclub planet. I don't even know the name. We don't know the names of these. Because like, unlike Rogue One,
and then we get a cameo.
One thing I liked about Rogue One, they said the planet name you went to, because when it's new planet, I feel like they should name it.
They probably should.
I don't know.
And like have it nice.
Well, they did it in the original. Well, I mean, it's a show. It's not the same as a movie.
It's not.
Anyway, they're at this nightclub planet.
Even though they have enough
He's
money.
looking for Leia, but I don't know, for some reason.
We get a cameo.
Oh yeah, we get a cameo
of
a veteran
McGregor's daughter.
Of who?
Ian McGregor's daughter.
Oh, that was her?
That was her. That goes
the
up
drug
to
girl?
him. Yeah, the druggie.
There's a drug dealer person
His
trying to give Obi-Wan
a druggie.
She tries to give Obi-Wan some Deathsticks.
Yeah.
And he's like,
she's like, how about some spice? You know?
And then he's like, oh no, not for me. She's like, here's one for free.
Here's
knowing that if he takes it, he's gonna
get hooked.
He's gonna get hooked. Anyway, but he doesn't.
He doesn't. He goes and breaks into a meth lab anyways.
I thought you meant the cameo of the veteran clone trooper.
Oh,
so there
yeah,
was a
that
veteran.
was great too.
There's on the street begging, like a homeless man, like the guy from Red Hot Chili Peppers. Is the veteran clone, 501st clone. Now that armor looked good.
That did.
It looked good because it looked battered and worn, and the clone. It was actually Tamara Morrison.
Yep.
He had long hair, long beard.
I think he did say like during Book of Boba Fett that he's open to playing like
all clones. No, yeah, and I welcome that.
That's gonna be super cool.
I like Tamara Morrison. Let's not branch into Book of Boba Fett because that's a whole nother rant. But that show is such missed potential.
Yeah, but to be honest, great actor. And I liked seeing him there.
Yeah.
It was just like a nice thing to add in.
And it's something that we should see more because it makes the galaxy feel more connected.
Yeah, it does, and it feels expansive and connected.
As
and that's
opposed
exactly
to having
what you want.
Yeah, as opposed to having cameos that are like of specific main characters that like everybody knows everybody.
Exactly.
Anyway, so Obi-Wan goes, he finds this one kid, and then he's like, oh, I might know someone that can help you. And the kid's a scammer. So then he brings them to the guy from Eternals.
Oh my gosh, the comedian.
The comedian guy.
The famous Indian comedian that everyone loves. No, it was very cringy.
I didn't even know his name. Yeah, so this guy, he's basically a scammer.
He's a scammer. He pretends to be a Jedi.
Yeah, he pretends to be a Jedi. Like he has little magnets in his hands, like he could like grab things.
It's like when you go to a psychic and they're like, "Oh, look, the table's shaking because of the spirits."
It's just Anyway, it's like rigged.
It's like that, but rigged. For it's Jedi.
Like Anyway, but so he sees that he's scamming this mom and a kid, saying, "Oh, he's force sensitive. We're gonna help him off the planet or whatever." For money. So then he goes very un-Obi-Wan like.
Oh yeah.
Takes the blaster and like just like sticks him up and he's like, "You're not a Jedi." It exposes him.
Yeah.
And then he's like, "You're gonna take me to blah blah blah." I don't know why he knows that guy would know where that thing is, where the meth lab is. Know? I don't know. But
things aren't very well explained.
They're not explained. Kind of like, they just jump around.
They really do.
Yeah.
So we'll get to more examples of that.
Mm-hmm. So what happens after that? I'll let you take the lead on this.
So then
Breaking Bad.
He breaks into the meth lab, guys. He like literally there's like hazmat suits. Star Wars hazmat suits. There's like drugs all over the place and beakers.
Obi-Wan goes from denying Deathsticks to making them.
Yeah, exactly. It's
so
insane.
Funny.
It's very Walter White. It is.
I live at 123 Sesame Street, Negro Royal Road. Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, that's the meme. And so he goes in the meth lab. He's looking for the guy from Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yep.
And apparently he knows who took her. That's one thing that didn't get explained well. Anyway,
I can't remember if they do say it because it's just not explained well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like even if it
like
is
they might have been said, but like things get glossed over.
It really does.
And
that's really due to the writing.
Yeah. So then Obi-Wan goes in like he starts a fire or whatever, and then while they're distracted, goes in like an authorized personnel only thing. I guess it's not for the main drug maker people.
It feels like one of those generic action movies.
Like, or like
we're doing a break-in. We're gonna get this person. It's like Taken. It's Liam Neeson style.
Yeah, well, it's just the normal like distract and then slip in when no one's knowing.
Exactly.
Like I'm not gonna fault him on that. It's tropey, but it works. If it works, it works. Because like, what else would you do? So then he fights this Zabrak and another guy in this alley because he bumps into him and he's like, he should have said hello there.
He really should have.
That would have been funny. He'd be like, "Oh, hello there."
That's a callback that I don't think anyone would mind. No.
But they eventually did it. But anyway,
so
then he fights him, beats him. He was getting his butt kicked though.
He was.
But he comes out. He comes out on top. He's not even that old though. He's like what 50.
He's not, but we're supposed to believe that he's like super old already.
And they emphasize that a lot.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that.
So then they find the place where Leia is. He opens the cell and then she instantly starts like attacking him. And then he has to gain her trust and he's like, "Hey, I was sent by your father." And she's like, "No, you're trying to trick me." No.
Yeah, exactly.
And anyway, eventually he gains her trust. Mm-hmm. They go to leave. The guy from Chili Peppers is there with his goons or whatever. They have a tussle. Ends up, Obi-Wan takes that spice thing that he had from earlier and sets it off. And they're all like, like they're all on drugs. They're all on LSD or something. I don't know.
It's not like they haven't done it before. I'm just saying.
I mean, especially the guy from Chili Peppers. I mean, he could hold on to that.
Pretty interesting.
Anyway, goes away, takes her out to the streets, right?
Yep.
And then Reva, it's revealed, is the one who commissioned them to steal Leia because for some reason unknown to anyone,
she knew that would draw out
Kenobi. Like she knew that the daughter of Bail Organa is gonna draw out Kenobi because Reeves. Let's clarify. Whenever we're talking about these people, we're talking about
it's not the
characters,
the actresses, because they do put in a lot of effort to make these things come to life.
Didn't. I mean, for uncertain parts maybe, but like
exactly.
And it also can
be. She has emotional moments that I feel like she acts pretty well in, but when it comes to the action moments, I don't know.
It also can be the director's fault too.
It really could. You don't know how.
And writers. So it's those three things put together is what makes a story. Anyway, then she finds out that Obi-Wan takes Leia, and then she puts out a bounty. She puts his picture out, and all the bounty hunters are all like, "Ooh!" It's like a John Wick moment. It's John Wick 2.
It's John Wick 2.
Yes, and so they're all looking for him. So he does the most inconspicuous thing ever. He puts on his hood, only to take it off 5 seconds later when Leia wants to talk to him.
And so why does Leia want to talk to him again?
I don't know.
To be like, you're a weird old man.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
And
yeah,
I
she's
still do not trust you again.
Yeah, but that was later. So then he walks through an alley. They use the same alley so many times.
It looks like the same alley at least.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Anyway,
if it's
it might not be, but it might just like, all the alleys look the same.
All the alleys look the same.
Anyway, so then there was a bounty hunter. He's like, "Hey, who did you?" And then Obi-Wan like takes him out hand to hand.
Yeah.
And then for some reason
he has his lightsaber.
I don't know why. No, he shouldn't have used it. He shouldn't have used it. Well,
no. I don't believe he should have either. But like, he has it even though he knows that he's not good at it anymore.
Oh yeah,
like,
he has it on his belt.
With it.
Yeah, he's supposedly cut himself off from the Force, so he's an ordinary dude pretty much.
Like, he's just carrying it around. Like, it's no big deal to just have a lightsaber clipped onto your belt.
Oh yeah, and it's like it gets exposed a lot too. It's like
really does.
It's not hidden. But anyway. No. So then takes him out, and then what does Leia do as soon as she sees Obi-Wan's face on the guy's tracker thing? She's like,
I knew you were bad news.
She's like, wait, if they're after you and you rescued me, that must mean that you're the bad guy.
Yeah. Not only are you old, you're evil.
So she runs away.
Yeah.
From Obi-Wan, and then he can't catch her again.
I know.
And then somehow they end up climbing onto the rooftops.
She's like a smart aleck. She really is just a big brat, and it's kind of annoying. And I really don't think Princess Leia would have been exactly like that. Like, I get that she has a lot of sass
she's
to her,
very sassy in the original movies, but that's like
it's a different kind of sass.
She doesn't like.
It's not bratty.
It's off the cuff sass. Exactly. It's not like like.
I know, it's really in your face, and it's just really annoying.
Anyway, they eventually make it to the roofs, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Reva goes full Assassin's Creed, perched up on the roof.
Yep.
She's looking for Kenobi. She sees him in a firefight with some more bounty hunters. I think one of them was Forlome, and one guy was a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. I think it was Leatherhead from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It was like an alligator dude. He's like costume alien. They actually had an alien, but like he didn't play a main part.
You can't really see him
anyway,
either.
So Forlome is one of the guys from Empire Strikes Back, as you know, one of the most underrated bounty hunters. Him and Zuckuss were like a duo or whatever. That's neither here nor there. He's in a firefight with them. He's not hitting anything. They're not hitting anything. Reva starts parkouring her way, and it looks so fake. It's like you can see the wires pretty much. Like you can't see it, but like you can see it. Like you can see where they would be hooked on.
A lot of people have agreed on about the show so far, at least from what I've seen in social media, is that the first few episodes, like all the way up until maybe 5, the effects got a little bit better. But like for how much money goes into these projects on Disney, it looks really bad. Like the effects don't look good at all. Yeah. I mean,
we've been talking 40 minutes.
40 minutes.
40 minutes. And we're on episode 2. So we might break this up into multiple.
Yeah.
Should we?
Maybe. It really depends.
I don't know.
How far can we get? Can we get episode 3 right now?
Yeah, let's get episode 3 out of the way.
Let's do this.
We'll do it a 2-parter.
Easy peasy. She's... How did she get to the Grand Inquisitor?
Oh, no.
He just shows up later.
Oh, wait. Yeah.
Don't worry.
Yeah. So then... He dropped down into this... Oh, wait, no. Leia, because she's running across the rooftops away from Obi-Wan. She falls because she tries to jump like stinking Peter Parker and...
she cannot force jump.
Sam Raimi, Spider-Man.
She can do. And she tries to do it.
And she falls. And then she holds onto a clothesline.
She's a child.
She's a child. She has legs that are this big. She can... Well, I mean, she thought that she could outrun anyone in the galaxy.
She's like a little Cabbage Patch Kid.
True. She is the literal size of a Cabbage Patch Kid. But
she's 10, and she acts like she's 20.
Oh, yeah. So this is what I've been saying a lot. So she is, in the story, she's 10, played by a 9-year-old that looks like a 5-year-old that acts like a 20-year-old.
Sometimes.
With daddy issues.
Yeah. She's got problems.
Yeah. Anyway. But... So Reva is going after her or whatever. Obi-Wan grabs her with the Force, but he's like, oh, I can barely do it. He lets her onto the ground. He meets up with, his name was Haja. The guy, the Indian actor, I don't know his name.
But he's
the one that
Haja.
plays the fake Jedi. That guy is named Haja. And I think he's Indian. I'm not sure.
He is, yeah.
Is he? Okay.
I would
want people on there to be like, oh, he's not. He's Bangladeshi. I don't know. I don't care. He was an actor. Okay, it's just he's playing a role.
Yeah.
He's the fake Jedi. And then he's like, I know where you need to go. Like, I was ripping people off, but I was actually saving them. As I ripped them off, I was still actually saving them. I was just getting some money on the side. So Obi-Wan's like, fine, I'll trust you for whatever reason.
Yeah.
I definitely.
I guess.
So then he's like, you need to go to this place, and there's a ship with autopilot. It's going to take you to a planet. Basically, Jedi Underground's going to be there. Goes there to the ship place with Leia. Then Reva shows up, because she's always right at his heels, popping out of nowhere. And she starts screaming she's like, Kenobi.
It's like a really bad version of Darth Maul.
Yes. He's like, oh, I'm so close. Yet I can see in my mind's eye. Kenobi. Kenobi!
Yeah, except for her, she's like a ghost or something.
She's like, Kenobi. I've come for you, Tootsies. Anyway, and so then she's like, I know Anakin Skywalker is alive. Darth Vader is Anakin. Whatever she says, and then Obi.
Honestly, it's never explained in the show either how she knows that.
Yeah, it is. Because remember, she gets by Anakin.
Yeah, I know, but he wasn't Darth Vader yet then.
The show literally requires Chills to defend it and like make up reasons after the fact as to why things are the way that they are. They're like, oh, because probably this. Yeah. Oh, probably she knew that he was Darth Vader because this. And you don't actually see it in the show.
It doesn't make any sense why she would know that he's Darth Vader. She knows that Anakin went to the dark side. That's what she saw. But she never saw him in the Darth Vader suit. She never saw Anakin personally become Darth Vader.
So people will say like, "Oh, Lord Vader," like a clone probably said Lord Vader or whatever. Maybe, but like still, in this moment, it did not feel. I was like, "What?" I was like, "What?" Because anyone that knows Darth Vader is Anakin Skywalker, dead.
Exactly.
That like people that suspect it, like people that are smart, like Thrawn, keep to themselves.
Yeah.
They don't act overtly say, "Oh, I know who you are," like because Vader's just like.
Vader's like, you do, huh?
Oh, you do? Well, not anymore. Now you're dead. So then then the Grand Inquisitor interrupts, and he's like, "What are you doing here? Why?" They really tried to make it seem like he was unreasonable, and Reva was like knew she was the best all along. Like they're hunting this Nari Jedi from the beginning, and she's already hunting Kenobi. That's what I didn't understand.
Yeah, that's probably the strangest part is that
it's like Reva had a piece of the script just fall into her lap. She's like, "Wait, Kenobi!"
She already knew that she had to go.
She's like, "I had to get Kenobi. You're looking for Nari or whatever. I'm looking for
whoever that is."
And then he's like, "Well, I'm gonna get Kenobi now. I'm gonna get the credit, you know." And so then she's like, "Oh, really?" Like stabs him in the gut.
Which,
he's like,
first of all, later on in the show, she really does not care about Kenobi. She doesn't.
Yeah, but we're not gonna get into that.
No.
We will two-part it. Two-part it. Okay, so stabs him in the gut, and you want to take it from there.
And he is dead.
He's dead. And I was really mad when that first happened.
Yeah.
I was like,
well,
what?
First of all, a lot of this is already breaking Star Wars canon in the original trilogy, but doing that, if that was
permanent, then that was really gonna break. It was gonna end Rebels.
Yeah.
But anyway, it didn't. And then what happened was that was kind of, I guess, a distraction for Obi-Wan to get aboard the ship, and Reva was like, "I'll get you, Obi-Wan, and your stupid dog too." Like they get away, and they're going to the planet. Okay, Episode 3, we have to speed run this a little bit more.
They're on the planet.
It's not yet. Thank you. They're on the planet. It takes them to the planet. We don't know what the planet is.
And they're walking around in dead grass.
It looks like Southern California.
It looks like it's about to burn.
Yeah.
This whole planet is just about to have a wildfire.
Anyway, and then they're walking forever. And
Some
then
minor.
Obi-Wan sees...
An alien.
Yeah, but we'll get to that. It's right after this. But
okay.
Obi-Wan sees Hayden Christensen, Anakin Skywalker, as like a vision. And he like turns around and he's hooded and he turns around and he's like... like, I was like, oh, okay. We're gonna have some flashbacks probably.
Stuff.
Doesn't live up
Not
to it.
Yet, at least.
Yeah. Well, what happens after that?
He's a minor, right?
Something. Yeah, we'll just go with
He's
that.
a something. It's a giant mole.
Seth Rogen.
It's
Seth Rogen in
mole.
And I know we're complaining about aliens. They're not having aliens, but like they're not having like aliens that are established in Star Wars. They keep making up their own ones, and they're not. They're getting weirder.
They're not creative at all with it. It's literally
a mole. It's just a mole.
Like he's got.
It's a mole man.
It's a mole man.
Anyway,
it's
so
the
then he's like,
Underminer.
then Leia's like, hey, let's get around. I was like, no, wait.
Obi-Wan's like, hold on, I don't know.
We don't know who he is, and she's like, oh no, it's fine, because reasons. And then so she weighs him down, and then he's like, Leia, let me do the talking, okay? And she's like, okay. And then as soon as they get there, she's like, hi, I'm Leia. What was her name? Lonnie, Luna.
Luna.
Really I'm not Leia. I'm Luna, and I'm not Obi-Wan Kenobi. I'm
her
Ben.
Father, and her mother is dead. Her mother's very dead indeed.
It is very, very sad. Well, I mean, he wasn't lying about that part.
Exactly.
And
her mother is Leia.
And her father.
That's why I said Leia that one time.
Oh, we gotta get to that. So then he's like, well, hop aboard, get on the train.
Get on, we're going to the city, and you're gonna love the city.
Oh yeah. And then they're like farmers or whatever. They said that we're farmers from Tao. We came here because her mom died here or whatever.
There's relatives,
whatever. And then goes down the road a little ways, the little space speeder truck, and then they see stormtroopers. Oh, we see there's an Imperial symbol on the back of the truck.
Yeah.
And then they see stormtroopers in the field there, and then the guy stops the car. The stormtroopers get on. They're like, hey, they know this alien guy. They're like, hey, apparently they like aliens now.
Yeah.
They're very inclusive. The Empire's very inclusive now.
And now
to aliens,
they're all saying, wow, I love the Empire too. You like the Empire?
I love it.
I love the Empire.
I love the oppression.
Wow. Leia's like, yeah, the Empire's great, guys.
She's like, yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. She's like, I love the Empire, don't you, Dad? And Owen's like, what? Anyway, and then so they start like questioning him. They're like, we're looking for a Jedi and a girl or something like that.
And then, he has like his hood on and everything. It looks like Jedi.
Yeah, and he's like, you'll move.
I don't know about these Jedi. I've never seen a Jedi.
He's like, if I see one, I'll let you know.
He's like, but I wouldn't know because I'm not a Jedi and I've never seen a Jedi, but I'll let you know if I see a Jedi.
Like, if I would have liked them to be like, oh, you're dressed like a Jedi. You're like, oh,
this is rags.
This is from my dead wife. How dare you? And these were the most compassionate stormtroopers.
I know.
Ever.
And then he was like, Leia.
Oh yeah, that's right. So she starts talking or whatever, and she won't shut up.
And they turn to each other and like.
And then he's like, quiet down, Leia. And then they're like, hey,
no.
You said her name was Luna, not Leia.
At first, one of them was like, wait, did he just call him Leia? I thought her name was Luna.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, and then he's like, everyone just kind of goes like,
that was her mother's name.
It was like the best act. He's like, call an ambulance, but not from me. like he turned on a dime. He's like,
really did.
I actually like that scene though.
I like that scene.
I liked it.
I think it's fun.
I don't think it was good writing, but I thought it was entertaining.
Yeah, it was entertaining.
And then so he's like, oh, it's a long story, and then the stormtrooper's like, it's a long ride.
Oh.
5 seconds later, they get off. And then they continue. The Stormtroopers are like, oh, it's cool. And then they go.
They get to their checkpoint.
Then they're going to a checkpoint.
Which, this is like the
and
worst
then the alien's like,
ever created.
It's all right. It's all right. Yeah, I'm buddy pals with the guys. It's fine. You'll like them. I'm just talking like that because that's how I feel.
And then he goes over to like the guest checkpoint and he's like, you should check these people out. Check these people. Even though they said they like the Empire.
And then they bring a probe droid around, and they're already telling Obi-Wan to put his hands up.
Put your hands up. Do it right now.
So then a probe droid comes, and then it recognizes that's Obi-Wan. He shoots it,
bam,
and he shoots
bam,
everyone
bam.
with his uncivilized blaster.
So uncivilized.
And he can shoot now.
He
couldn't shoot in the episode.
He's super accurate.
He hits every shot, pretty much.
He hits everyone.
I think
everyone's dead.
So he kills like 6 stormtroopers. Oh, and he shoots this one stormtrooper off of the top of the checkpoint, and there's a laser gate, and that's what's holding the checkpoint, and it's in between a pass.
This is the worst checkpoint I've ever seen.
Yeah.
They can literally walk around it.
They could walk around on either side if they wanted to for pedestrian traffic, whatever. But anyway, the stormtrooper falls down, gets cut in half. That was cool. Dismemberment.
That was really
That was
cool.
the only other dismemberment thing I think that they have in this show.
And it's still this show. It hasn't been done.
So we're done. We're at 53 minutes.
We can
I don't
finish
know
up this episode.
Yeah, we can finish
Yeah,
this
we can
episode.
finish this episode.
So, what happens next? You tell me.
Oh, so they're getting past. They're getting through the gate. They shot it, and it's like, oh, they're gonna take the truck to the city, right?
Yeah.
No, that's just how they got through. They didn't walk around, because you can't. You can't walk around.
But it's open on both sides. Like,
no, that's not possible because it's a security checkpoint.
But why? I thought that they were doing that because they were gonna take the truck.
Yeah.
But no, they're like, we can't walk around. Are you crazy, Leia? It's dangerous. The laser gate's still activated. Just go around.
Bam, and then he shoots it, and it's off.
And then he runs
through.
2 feet with Leia in the center of the road. They're not even hiding. They're not even like on the
And then
side.
there's
And then the reinforcements
truck.
come. There's 3 stormtroopers and one
officer.
Officer lady.
And it's like, okay, you just killed 6 of these. You got this. But then he's like surrender.
He's like, oh,
it's time to stop.
Oh no, Leia. And Leia's like he's still holding his blaster though.
I know.
As he's surrendering, they're like, drop the blaster. He's like. It's like the guy it's like Pete Davidson in Suicide. I was like, like he had a thing on his shoulders. Oh my goodness. And then,
but then the officer's just like, bam, bam, bam.
Shoots him all in the back. Yep, plot twist. I already knew it was gonna happen. I saw it a mile away. As soon as I saw that, I was like, the officer's gonna shoot him. Because it was a girl.
Yeah.
And
I don't know, man.
But coming up, okay, I can't express my anger at her in this episode because her character wasn't bad in this episode.
Her character isn't.
In the next episode. So this episode, so then she's like, I'm from the Resistance or whatever, blah blah blah.
Well, no.
Underground.
She was an Imperial officer.
Oh yeah, she was, but she's
turned.
she's helping the Jedi anyway.
Exactly.
And then he's like, you didn't meet us or whatever. She's like, well, you're early or you're late or something like that. I guess.
And I was like, wait, who is this? Because they're acting like they all know each other and like, oh, we knew this was all gonna happen. Everything's planned out and stuff.
She did, yeah.
And I was like, what?
Yeah. Anyway, so it moves kind of fast. Anyway, they go with her
into the city.
She shows them
Takes
everything.
them.
She's all like,
there's that
taking
droid.
them through the city, and like she's all like,
God, be careful. Oh,
she's in her Imperial officer outfit.
Yeah.
Like, whoa.
And they're like hiding.
And the reason why it's so frustrating is in later episodes she uses her Imperial officer like status as like asserting authority.
Yeah.
But like in this, she's all like, oh no, I hope someone doesn't see me. So then they go into this room, and then it has a secret room, and it's the secret.
It's literally the Underground Railroad.
It's the Underground Railroad for the Jedi.
Yeah.
Yep. And then Obi-Wan looks at the wall, and we had a little thing, a little cameo, but it wasn't like.
It's not like an actual cameo.
It's like a
literally
reference.
just writing.
Yeah, and it's like he reads all the names, and he's like Quinlan, and referring to Quinlan Voss. From the Clone Wars series, who actually
would have been cool to see.
He didn't like Quinlan in the Clone Wars. He did,
but it would have been cool to see.
Anyway, yeah, it would have been cool.
And I don't know why they focus so much on the droid.
Oh yeah, and there was this droid. It's a load lifting droid, whatever.
Leia loves droids.
Yeah.
Apparently. I don't know
that's
why.
That's a thing, apparently.
That's a thing.
Even though she, like, abuses C-3PO.
Like crazy.
Everyone abuses C-3PO. Anyway.
Oh, my goodness.
So then, what happens? They're there, and they're like, oh, we need to get ready to go. There's a tunnel here that takes you to the airport. So instead of leaving then, it was daytime when... And
all of a sudden it's nighttime.
All of a sudden it's nighttime, and then the Inquisitors show up.
And he's like, oh,
because the probe droid saw that it was Obi-Wan's face, so they know he's on the planet. So then they're like, oh, Inquisitors show up in that specific town with Darth Vader. And Vader just starts
get Vader.
walking down the street because he knows Obi-Wan is sensing him and he's watching.
He's like,
and
I'll flush him out.
I'll flush him out. And he's like killing all these citizens. And Obi-Wan's just all like...
He's like, oh.
You know, he's like, oh, not too. Okay, so Vader kills like probably like 5 people.
He's like, stay here, Leia.
He kills them all with like force chokes and like stuff.
Yeah.
Cool scene, but why? Didn't feel like Vader. It didn't feel like Vader to me. Like
that's what I'm saying. I feel like his character really wouldn't have done that. If he senses Obi-Wan, I feel like
people will argue, oh, he did it to the Sand People, but Sand People killed his mom.
Yeah, exactly.
Would you not kill everyone?
Are you saying you would commit homicide?
I guess we'll never know. So then it doesn't flush Obi-Wan out, and then he's like, wait, they're gonna find us, basically. And then
Reva's off doing her own thing.
Oh, yeah, Reva's...
all of a sudden.
No. Reva was there with them.
No, she's there with them.
And then she's gonna go, and then they're like holding her back. They're like, no, they let Vader go after Kenobi. Mm-hmm. And so she's like, fine, I guess I go after Leia or whatever.
Yeah, I know. She senses, apparently, I think.
So the girl officer lady is taking Leia down the secret tunnel to the ship to get her off the planet. Good plan. Reva goes to the shack, and she
directly towards the shack.
She finds, for some reason she goes directly toward that shack, only because the load lifter droid walks out of it.
Yeah.
And that's the only reason. Anyway, and we also skipped a scene with the load lifter droid and Stormtrooper saying, oh,
but it's really unnecessary, which is like, I don't understand why they spent so much time on that droid.
That droid was not very important.
Never was.
Always has been. Never was.
Apparently there was speculation from other people online that I've seen saying that, oh, that load lifter droid could be Wrecker in a costume. What? And I was like, that doesn't make any sense.
Okay, yeah, why certain people that say they're fans from Star Wars, they need to be stopped. They just need to stop. Just stop. Anyway, Obi-Wan is like, oh no, I gotta draw him away. So we see Obi-Wan go into a quarry, and they're in a rock quarry. And it's not like a big, like a cool rock quarry. It's just like a flat rock quarry with just piles of dirt.
Yeah. It looks like someone did mining there, or like
this looks like another variation of Tatooine.
Jeez, this
like
planet really is like that.
Anyway,
or like the opening,
but with grass. It's like Tatooine, but with grass.
It looks kind of like the same planet from the opening of The Force Awakens. You know that planet at night? No. The one that Poe Dameron goes to.
That's Jakku.
Is it Jakku already at the start?
Jakku, yeah.
Okay, so then it kind of looks like Jakku.
Yeah, a little bit.
Which is also kind of like Tatooine. Yeah. It's kind of like just...
Star Wars and Desert Planets has a very love relationship.
Love?
Yeah.
I love sand, but Anakin does not.
Yes. Anyway, I think that's why George is like, we do a little chili, okay? Anakin hates sand. And so Vader goes after him. Reva goes into the thing. She finds the secret panel, and halfway through the tunnel, Leia and the girl she's like, oh no, you need to go help Obi-Wan. And then the lady's like, well, fine, you're on your own. Go to the end. She's like, there's a pilot at the end. He'll wait for you. So then she goes back through the tunnel. But I thought she was gonna run into Reva, and Reva was gonna kill her. But no, Reva. Well, we'll get back to Reva.
Yeah, let's go back to Darth Vader.
Let's go back to the epic battle between Obi-Wan and Darth Vader. So Obi-Wan is looking around the sand, and then he hears the breathing. And then what? Oh yeah, he appears. Right? And then Obi-Wan just looks
really
at him. Darth Vader ignites his lightsaber, and then he's just like looks at him, and he runs away.
He runs away.
Like he looks both ways, and then he's like, runs away. Like, it's so funny. It reminded me of Weasel from Suicide. This is the second Suicide Squad reference.
Oh my goodness.
It reminded me from Weasel when he like wakes up like, and then he gets up and looks
and
around
he
and
just
he's like
runs away
along the beach.
Oh jeez.
It's so true. And I was like, what? This is not Kenobi.
Like,
so they end up fighting. They fight, but the choreography was not good.
No, and then
the lightsabers. I don't like the new lightsabers. I know that they're actual lightsabers that glow, and they're not like After Effects that they add like for the other movies and stuff.
And I mean, the actors talked about it, and they even said like lightsabers aren't what they used to be,
and they're heavy too, so you could see it, and the motions they're making.
It looks
like
so weighty,
the choreography.
and that's
looks
not what
like
a lightsaber is.
Especially like the dark saber. They started saying, "Oh, that's heavy now." I think that's the reason why like they're giving that reason because the movement is not going to be the same because it's heavier material.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just say if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Go back to the other ones.
I feel like they should. Honestly, I really do because
it makes it
the effects didn't look great.
Yeah, because the lightsaber, the only weight is coming from the handle. So, anyway.
So, the fight happens.
He's getting his
really
butt
bad.
kicked.
Darth Vader's like, ooh, ooh, ooh. In that one scene, I'm like...
No, he was like one hand, though. And then he goes to
It was very, like, aggressive and, like... I don't know. It doesn't feel like the civilized weapon.
A more civilized weapon for... Get that baseball bat. Go get that baseball bat.
Okay, we're gonna get a baseball bat.
We're gonna get a baseball bat. Yeah, a more elegant weapon for a more civilized time. Ha!
Oh, jeez. Please no.
That's exactly... Thank you. That's exactly what lightsabers are in this. They bounce off of people like all the time, stuff like. They don't like really do the job, except for the one instance where Reva cuts off the girl's hand, and that's it.
Yep.
Anyway, Obi-Wan is losing bad. Vader starts using the Force on him, disarms him, holds him up in the air, creates a fire from like a fuel thing nearby, because whatever. Sets it on fire with his lightsaber, which is cool. I like it.
It is really cool.
He drags him in the fire, which debatable whether or not that feels like Vader, because maybe, I don't know.
Maybe he's petty enough to do that.
But it doesn't feel like, it feels like maybe it's a middle Vader between like, Anakin and A New Hope Vader. Anyway. Then he's dragging Obi-Wan through the fire. He's like, basically, oh, see, how do you like it? Puts out the fire, tells the stormtroopers that arrive, get him, bring him to me. Instead of grabbing him with the Force and dragging him like he has been doing, he just says, oh, go get him. Then, by that point, Officer Lady is on the hill.
This is just the start of his suffering.
He's like, this is just the start of your suffering. And then he was going to torture him, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
And then the lady is on the hill behind, like, the gravel stuff. And then she shoots the fire. He puts out the fire with the Force. And then she shoots that same spot.
And fire again.
And fire blows up right as the stormtroopers are going to go across. And then they're all like, oh, no. And Darth Vader
leaves. He just leaves.
Darth Vader is just like staring through the fire as the load lifter droid from earlier is pulling away Obi-Wan. Yeah. I was thinking like, oh, well, he's just gonna put out the fire and grab her,
or even like take
throw his lightsaber or
something.
Or walk through the fire. Yeah, because his suit can go. It's literally lava proof.
Exactly.
So anyway, his cape isn't. I don't think, but yeah.
Exactly. So like just
that would have been a cool image though.
Through. Would have been awesome.
Anyway.
Or just like his cape on fire walking through. It would have been so cool.
It would have been. Anyway, but you know, it's Disney.
And so he just walks away.
He just walks away. He just turns.
He's like, oh, I guess this is over.
And he couldn't blow out the fire again after he just blew it out?
He couldn't do that. He couldn't walk through. He couldn't do anything.
But it was bigger fire.
Oh, bigger fire.
From the same source. After the fire was blown out.
Even though he lives on lava.
He literally, his front yard is a lava waterfall. Stupid! Disney.
But
he's like...
He's scared of fire, according to some
It was traumatizing for him.
Traumatizing.
Dude, what's more traumatizing than living
and then he's literally
on the planet that you lost your legs and your arms on, and you were burnt alive?
Not only that, if he was that traumatized, then why would he try to recreate it with Obi-Wan going through the fire? Legitimately, it makes zero sense, but he just walks away. Okay, whatever. And then the protocol droid and the lady taken to safety, and then we're back to Reva.
We are back to Reva.
We're back to Reva.
Reva.
One of the
Reva, and this is this is all pretty fast sequence. It's not that long. The episodes are really short.
They feel like extremely just fast-paced, done.
Yeah. That's why the writing seems so bad. Like, it was all like, we gotta go here, hurry. It was too rushed. Also, they had so much happen, but so little actual story happen.
This whole show was made in a very strange way, because Kathleen Kennedy had the first draft already, and apparently they had to revise it.
She didn't write it. Or she direct.
I don't know. She had some involvement in the first one, and so the first draft was apparently she didn't like it because it seemed too much more like The Mandalorian, and I see where they could have gone with that because of Leia and Obi-Wan, but honestly, I feel like they still kept that element completely. And I don't know what the rewrites were, but they were probably extremely bad. But this show went through so many rewrites. I just don't even know.
Yeah, I didn't even hear about that, so that's news to me. So yeah, that's even worse then.
Yeah, I mean, if you have to go through that many rewrites, and then it was already considered bad on the first draft, it's not looking good, you know?
It's like, somewhere along the line, you're like, we're doing something wrong here.
We're doing something
wrong. Maybe we should have some, look at ourselves and be like...
So this is probably the worst written scene, because it actually makes zero sense.
It's one of the worst. Go ahead. I'll brace myself.
So, Reva, of course, should be running down this tunnel and finds Leia at the
she should have bumped into that lady first.
Oh, she should have bumped into the lady.
But somehow, she has the schematics in her mind.
She must have force jumped. What? How do you do this?
Force teleport. Force convenience. Yeah. Everyone has force convenience in this show.
It was really...
It's a new force power coming to a show near you.
So Leia she gets all the way towards the entrance of where the ship is. Mm-hmm. And
she sees the pilot is dead.
The pilot's dead against a wall or something.
No, over a crate. Anyway, it doesn't matter. He's dead.
He's dead.
Just reasons.
And then she's like, I was supposed to meet a pilot here. And Reva's like, I bet you were.
And isn't that where the episode ends?
It's literally where it ends. She's like, oh yeah, I bet you were looking for a pilot. Guess what? I'm not the pilot. You're coming with me.
Cargo pilot.
And so Leia is again captured.
Save the meme. And that concludes episode 1 through 3. 1 through 3. Yep. Brutal to get through.
Yeah.
Runtime right now is 1 hour and 10 minutes since we started recording. That doesn't mean that's going to be the video, but it's going to be probably at least an hour. We're going to do a part 2, but until then, thank you so much for watching. If you watch the whole thing, I doubt many people do.
I doubt.
But if you do, thank you.
Press X to doubt. Wait. Hold on.
What?
We want to thank everyone a second time, because this is the first time we've ever done this.
Yeah.
And if you are listening,
please,
thank you.
Yeah, so please like, comment, share this video. Subscribe
to the new channel.
Yes, please. Okay. We want to make this.
Give us a high five if
we
you
need a bigger budget, okay? It's the best we can do.
Give us your money.
If it sounds echoey, it's because we ran out of foam because we're so poor.
Donate to the poor today.
Yes.
At somethinggmail.com. We're figuring that out. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Save the rebellion. Save the meme.
Save Leia. Don't. Wait.
Slave Leia?